Hello and good morning friends, welcome to the CEC-UGC live lecture. Dear friends, as you know that we are carrying a series on marketing management and we are on the verge of completing with this series, a few more lectures under this series. So dear friends, I would like to tell you all today that today we are going to discuss on consumerism. We are going to discuss what basically consumerism is, what is its meaning, what is its objectives and scopes, as well as other perspectives which we are going to cover in today's session, as well as we are going to talk about different types of marketing such as social marketing, direct marketing, ambush marketing. These are all the topics which are the topics of discussion for today's lecture, and for this discussion we have again with us in our studios Dr. Subhash Kakkar. Dr. Kakkar is an eminent academician who, with the help of the EduCert platform, delivers excellent lectures for you with the view of sharing maximum knowledge. So without wasting any time, I would like to welcome our guest, Dr. Kakkar. Dr. Kakkar, welcome to the EduCert lecture.
Thank you and welcome viewers to today's lecture. As you know that we are carrying a series of lectures on the subject marketing management, and these lectures are useful for management students, and we are going to end this series soon. So whatever topics are left and those are of importance to the students, we are trying to cover these topics in our last few lectures. And today we are going to throw some light on consumerism and different other topics like social marketing, ambush marketing, direct marketing. I hope this will be of immense use to the students, and for preparing this lecture I have taken help from the material available on the internet. I am thankful to all those people who have put the material on the internet, and I am making use of it. Today's lecture will include the discussion of consumerism, 4 types of consumerism: ethical consumerism, rural marketing, social marketing, and also direct marketing. And these are vital issues one should discuss regarding discussion on the subject marketing management, and concepts will make the students expert in their respective fields and they can use them in their jobs also. Definition of consumerism, sometimes referred to as a policy that promotes agreed consumerism, is also kind as a movement towards consumer protection that promotes improvement in safety standards and truthful packaging and advertising. Consumerism seeks to enforce laws against unfair practices, implement product guarantees. I will explain the meaning of consumerism. We have different products in the market and different people sell them with an aim to increase the market share. More and more sales must be there. To do that, marketers make use of all those techniques which attract the customers, which prompt the customers to buy that product. This may be overemphasis on the features of the product, packaging, making the packaging aesthetically so good that consumers will be forced to buy the product even if the product inside the packaging is of poor quality. All these points are of vital importance and these should be addressed to at one forum or the other. Consumerism is one of that which helps us in making the product suitable as far as every other thing is concerned regarding that particular product. Maybe the price, maybe the packaging, and maybe the advertisement. So, we will talk about consumerism today. The theory that a country that consumes goods and services in large quantities will be better off economically. This is a fact and it should be kept in mind while we are discussing consumerism. Consumerism is an industrial society that is advanced, a large amount of goods is bought and sold. Consumerism. We are discussing various aspects of consumerism, various definitions given by experts regarding the consumerism. The movement seeking to protect and inform consumers by requiring such practices as honest packing and advertising, product guarantees and improved safety standards. The theory that a progressively greater consumption of goods is economically beneficial, attachment to materialistic values or possessions. Here we are discussing 3-4 things. Regarding the product, we want the advertising or the advertisement regarding the product should be apt, should be able to give us the features of the product in right aspect and the concept, and the packaging should depict the qualities of the product which is packed inside the packaging. Price also must be commensurate with the use of the product. So, we should get value for money, and this is all covered in consumerism, and the product should follow the safety standards also. The protecting consumers against defective products, misleading advertising, etc. is part of consumerism. The concept that expanding consumption of goods is advantageous to the economy, a preoccupation with or emphasis on consuming goods. So, there are certain facts which should be kept in mind. If the sale of goods is more, then economically the market or the country is developing or developed. Understanding how consumers make purchasing decisions is critical for companies when they market products or services. In other words, the buying behavior of consumer affects the marketing strategies set forth by the company. Under the consumerism, we must be clear that the buying behavior, when we know, we can make the marketing strategy to suit the consumer behavior. How the consumer behavior is going to react to a certain change in the marketing strategy must be known before using the strategy practically. Unless we know the consumer behavior in depth, we cannot justify our actions, our activities regarding the marketing strategy. A product like chewing gum, known as an impulse purchase, is typically marketed in a display near the checkout counter, where the consumer can pick up a pack on the way out. So, this clearly defines the meaning of impulse marketing. Some of the products, when they are displayed, while people doing the window shopping, they get attracted to buy the product. They go inside the shop where they have seen the product displayed in the window. Then they go inside and buy the product. Here they may not be having the need of the product at that point of time, but they like the product so much that they buy the product. So, this is called impulse purchasing or impulse buying. However, for a major purchase, the consumer generally will conduct comparison shopping and demand information about the features and benefits of the product. Here we are discussing another type of products where the consumer puts thoughts into it, logic into it, and takes time in deciding to purchase the product. The consumer compare the features provided on the product or by the product as compared to competitors' products, and the price of the product and the packaging of the product, all these things consumer give importance too, and then finally decides in favor of one of the products of one of the competitors. Now, we will discuss the 4 types of consumerism in marketing. There are 4 types of consumerisms we talk about nowadays. The first is routine purchases. There are routine purchases people make that require little decision making. These purchases are made with programmed behavior on the part of the consumer. The routine requirements, routine purchases, no decision is required. When I say no decision, means the decision is of not that importance, because we have a routine requirement, we have routine products available in the market and we buy the products. Like newspaper is there, we do not take time in deciding the newspaper, we need it, we buy it on regular basis. Similarly, the bread is there, we need it on regular basis and we buy it on regular basis without putting efforts in taking any decision on it. From the routine purchases, there are routine purchases people make that require little decision making. These purchases are made with programmed behavior on the part of the consumer. Examples are of routine purchases soft drinks and snacks and basic food items like milk and eggs. Now, the second part is the purchases with a limited amount of decision making. Some products are purchased by the consumer on a regular basis, but only occasionally. The consumer may be familiar with the product category, but will conduct research to find out information about an unfamiliar brand. And third type of consumerism we are going to discuss right now, but before that we will discuss some of the examples. For example, the consumer may have bought many shirts before, but a new product with a different material like wicking material may require a limited amount of information gathering. On the part of the buyer, the consumer will also spend some time investigating an unfamiliar brand. So, third type of consumerism is purchases with a high amount of decision making. There are purchases that the consumers make that involve a high amount of research and decision making. These products are generally unfamiliar and expensive, and they may be bought infrequently as well. Here the explanation is that the amount of decision and the efforts required are large, because the product is very costly, very expensive, and the life of the product may also be very long. So, a product is to be bought for a long period, the money involved is also very high. The consumers will like to put efforts in deciding it. A proper decision is taken depending upon the price of the product, depending upon the quality, what is required by the customer, and also the life of the product. So, a lot of decision making process is required in these kind of products. The buyer experiences a high degree of risk when buying these products, either economically, psychologically, or performance wise. Examples of these major purchases include cars, homes, and computer systems. The fourth type of consumerism is impulsive buying. The same consumer who spends hours trying to decide which computer to purchase will often buy other types of items without giving them a second thought. Here we are talking about the behavior of a consumer. For a particular product, the consumer put lot of efforts in deciding regarding the purchase of the product. On the other hand, there is another type of the product where he does not use efforts in deciding it whether to buy or whether not to buy it. These are comparatively cheaper products and these products are of routine nature. These do not affect his pocket. These are bought just looking at the product, just with the sight of the product, one gets convinced to buy it and finally that particular product is bought by the customer. This impulse purchases require no conscious prior planning and decisions are made on the spot. To find out which items can be impulse buys, look at the items within reach at any checkout counter at a supermarket or department store. These items typically include candy bars, magazines, gum and the like items. Now, we will talk about ambush marketing or ambush advertising. Welch, while he was working as the manager of a global marketing efforts for American Express, in the 1980s, a marketing strategy in which an advertiser ambushes an event to compete for exposure against competing advertisers, the term ambush marketing was coined by marketing strategist Jerry. Most forms of ambush marketing capitalize on the prominence of a major event through marketing campaigns that associate an advertiser with it, but without actually having paid sponsorship fees to the event's organizer to identify themselves as an official partner or sponsor. An advertiser may engage in ambush marketing in indirect means where the advertiser alludes to the imaginary and themes of an event without any references to specific trademarks are indirect and predatory. So, we are talking about ambush marketing where we hide certain things which are not ethical, and means where the advertiser makes statements in their marketing that mislead consumers into believing they are officially associated with the event, including the fraudulent use of official names and trademarks, or performs marketing activities in and around a venue to dilute the presence of official sponsors. Something is there, some people are officially sponsoring the product in an event, but people who are not at all involved in the event, they make use of that particular trademark to sell their product and through advertising, and this is called ambush marketing. Now, we will talk about 4 types of ambush marketing. Ambush marketing is an ethically questionable marketing practice whereby companies attempt to use the goodwill of another entity to gain exposure. A company using an ambush tries to associate its product or service with an event, celebrity or other entity by placing its name, product or advertising near that group without paying for it. This is the meaning of ambush. We do not pay anything, but we get all the benefits of advertisement being displayed by some other company. We make use of others' trademark to sell our product. Say, for example, along with the trademark of some other big and good company, if we put our product along with it without paying anything for the advertisement, we make use of others' trademark to popularize our own product, and this is called ambush marketing. Ambush by association is the first type of ambush marketing. Advertising in a way that mirrors the values or theme of an event is a form of ambush marketing. For example, a company might hire an English spokesperson, shoot commercials on the grass court of a country estate and use images of the tricolor to promote its product during World Cup matches. This closely associates the product with the event without requiring the company to pay the BCCI sponsorship fees. Here, in a World Cup, BCCI is the main authority. Now we are making use of BCCI and the tricolor of the country, and we are advertising our product and we are not paying anything, and this is ambush marketing. Second is on-site ambush. This type of ambush marketing occurs when a business attempts to get its name, logo or products on the grounds of an event without paying to anybody. After two Bollywood actors signed a contract with a support drink, to the sports largest stars signed with a competing sports drink. During their matches, the two stars drank the competitor's drink during the television matches and placed logoed towels on the backs of their chairs during the changeovers. And this is also ambush marketing. Third type of ambush marketing is personnel ambush. Having a spokesperson or other individual closely associated with a business, product or service at an event without paying a sponsorship fee is another example of ambush marketing. The celebrity, now we are giving some examples of this type of ambush marketing. The celebrity does not overtly represent a company or product that competes with the event or an event sponsor. The company sending the celebrity may simply want to promote their product or service by having the public recognize the spokesperson. Buying tickets for a spokesperson in front row of an event or other televised sightline is one tactic companies use to execute this type of ambush marketing. Fourth type is timeline ambush. If an event has a small timeline, such as the 2 weeks of Open Golf Championships, an advertiser might increase its marketing during that timeline. A golf company might increase its advertising shortly before and during the tournament, hoping golf consumers connect its product with the hype created by magazine issues, TV specials and other increased promotion of the sport during that time. Now we will talk about ethical consumerism. We have talked about 4 types of consumerism, meaning and definition of consumerism. Then we talked about ambush marketing. We talked about 4 types of ambush marketing. Now we will throw some light on ethical consumerism also. If we don't talk about ethical consumerism, I don't think our discussion will be complete. So, let's discuss what is ethical consumerism. Ethical consumerism, alternatively called ethical consumption, ethical purchasing, moral purchasing, ethical sourcing, ethical shopping or green consumerism, is a type of consumer activism that is practiced through positive buying, in that ethical products are favored, or moral boycott, that is negative purchasing, and company based purchasing. Now we will talk about rural marketing. Rural marketing challenges, opportunities and strategies. The future lies with those companies who see the poor as their customers. In our country, number of poor people are more than the number of rich people. Ratio is very large. We have poor consumer base, a very big in nature. So, if we target our poor people for a particular product, we can have more and more sales. That is the meaning given in this statement. In this statement, it is written clearly that futures lie with those companies who see the poor as their customers. It has been given by C.K. Prahlad. Concept behind it is, in recent years, markets have acquired significance as the overall growth of the economy has resulted into substantial increase in the purchasing power of the rural communities. On account of green revolution, the rural areas are consuming a large quantity of industrial and urban manufactured products. In this context, a special marketing strategy, namely rural marketing, has emerged. Now, we will discuss the meaning of rural marketing. We have done a lot of progress in our rural areas, and the rural population has also lot of surplus money. Where the market lies now, it is the rural area. We should and we must promote the products in the rural areas. And if we start doing these efforts, and these are called then rural marketing, attracting the rural population to buy the product is rural marketing. But often rural marketing is confused with agricultural marketing. The latter denotes marketing of produce of the rural areas to the urban consumers or industrial consumers, whereas rural marketing involves delivering manufactured or processed inputs or services to the rural producers or consumers. There is one agricultural marketing, other is rural marketing. These two are two different things. People get confused. They think that agricultural marketing is the rural marketing. Agricultural marketing is selling the products which are produced in the rural areas, agricultural products which are produced in rural areas to the people in urban areas. So, selling the agricultural products in the urban areas is nothing but agricultural marketing. On the other hand, rural marketing, selling the manufactured products in the rural areas is rural marketing. What makes rural markets attractive? Rural market has following attributes and the following facts substantiate this 742 million people. Stimulated annual size of the rural market, it is only for example, FMCG 65,000 crore, durables the market is 5,000 crore, agri inputs including tractors etc. 45,000 crores, 2 and 4 wheelers 8,000 crores. Such a vast market is available in the rural area. We must tap that market and through rural marketing. In 2001-2, LIC sold 55% of its policies in rural India. Of 2 million BSNL mobile connections, 50% are in small towns, villages. Of the 6 lakh villages, 5.22 lakh have a village public telephone VPT. 41 million Kisan credit cards have been issued against 22 million credit cards. plus debit cards in urban. With cumulative credit of rupees 977 billion resulting in tremendous liquidity. Such a vast potential is there in the rural areas. Of the 20 million Rediff mill sign up, 60% are from small towns, 50% of transactions from these towns are on Rediff online shopping site. 42 million rural households HS are available banking services in comparison to 27 million urban HS. Investment in formal savings instruments is 6.6 million HS in rural and 6.7 million HS in urban. Now, opportunities, infrastructure is improving rapidly. In 50 years, only 40% villages have been connected by road. In next 10 years, another 30% would be connected. More than 90% villages are electrified, though only 44% rural homes have electric connections. Rural telephone density has gone up by 300% in the last 10 years. Every 1000 plus POP is connected by STD. Social indicators have improved a lot between 1981 and 2001. Number of Pakka houses doubled from 22% to 41% and Kacha houses halved 41% to 23%. Percentage of BPL families declined from 46% to 27%. Rural literacy level improved from 36% to 59%. Low penetration rates in rural areas, so there are many marketing opportunities. FMCGs are discussed urban, rural and total. The shampoo consumption in urban 66.3, rural 35.2, toothpaste 82.2 and rural it is 44.9. Again durables also, CTV 30.4 and rural it is 4.8. Refrigerators in urban it is 33.5, in rural it is 3.5. So, this is a scene when we talk about rural and urban requirements of the products. Marketers can make effective use of the large available infrastructure. Post offices 1,38,000, Haats periodic markets 42,000, melas like exhibitions 25,000, mandis agri markets 7,000, public distribution shops 3,80,000, bank branches 32,000. So, proliferation of large format rural retail stores which have been successful also. DSCL Haryali stores, M&M Shubh Labh stores, Tata Rallies Kisan Kendras, Escorts rural stores, Varna Bazaars, Maharashtra annual sales rupees 40 crores. These are some of the examples of the efforts being made in the rural areas to tap the rural market through rural marketing. Now, we will talk about social marketing. Under social marketing, what is its concept? A promotional business idea applied to increase awareness about a social welfare campaign is called social marketing. The societal marketing concept takes various principles and practices from commerce or commercial marketing theory in order to advance a perceived social benefit like reducing cigarette smoking, drug use or intoxicated driving. Social marketing is marketing a concept, marketing a product to the society. When we do that, this is called social marketing. It is by and large for the entire society. Some concept is to be introduced, it will be done through social marketing. Social marketing seeks to develop and integrate marketing concept with other approaches to influence behaviors that benefit individuals and communities for the greater social good. It seeks to integrate research, best practice theory, audience and partnership insight to inform the delivery of competition sensitive and segmented social change programs that are effective, efficient, equitable and sustainable. Under social marketing, although social marketing is sometimes seen only as using standard commercial marketing practices to achieve non-commercial goals, this is an oversimplification. The primary aim of social marketing is social good, while in commercial marketing the aim is primarily financial. This does not mean that commercial marketers cannot contribute to achieve social goods. In this particular social marketing, we make use of commercial marketing concept to promote a social concept. In social concept, our idea is just to promote the idea. In commercial marketing, we look into the financial aspects of the business also. But in social marketing, we ignore the financial aspects, but we make use of the commercial marketing techniques so that we are able to promote a particular idea to the society. Increasingly, social marketing is being described as having two parents: a social parent, including social science and social policy approaches, and a marketing parent, including commercial and public sector marketing approaches. Here we are telling social marketing is in two parts. It has two owners. One is the marketing, other is social. One owner is looking after the social aspects of social marketing. The other owner is marketer, and he is looking after the marketing aspects of social marketing. Applications. The first documented evidence of the deliberate use of marketing to address a social issue comes from a 1963 reproductive health program led by K.T. Chandy at the Indian Institute of Management in Calcutta, India. Chandy and colleagues proposed and subsequently implemented a national family planning program with high quality government brand distributed and sold throughout the country at low cost. This was for a social cause and social marketing techniques were used. The program included an integrated consumer marketing campaign run with active point of sale promotion, retailers trained to sell the product aggressively, and a new organization created with the responsibility of implementing the program. This was the aim of the program, and it was done through social marketing. It was for a social cause. It never looked into the financial gains of the program and the marketing process. In developing countries, the use of social marketing expanded to HIV prevention, control of childhood diarrhea through the use of oral rehydration therapies, malaria control and treatment, point of use water sanitation methods, and the provision of basic health services. Here we are discussing some of the social causes for which social marketing techniques were used. These again we emphasize, the people do not look into the financial gains, they just see how the society can be benefited. More and more people of the society get the benefit of a product or of a service, and we carry out social marketing techniques to make it popular. Now, we will discuss the types. Social marketing uses the benefits of doing social good to secure and maintain customer engagement. Social marketing, the distinguishing feature is therefore its primary focus on social good, and it is not a secondary outcome. Not all public sector and not for profit marketing is social marketing. Here a distinguished point is being considered. Every not for profit campaign is social marketing. Though we know that in social marketing financial aspect is ignored, but at the same time we see that and we say that not every not for profit campaign is social marketing. Public sector bodies can use standard marketing approaches to improve the promotion of their relevant services and organizational aims. This can be very important, but should not be confused with social marketing, where the focus is on achieving specific behavioral goals with specific audiences in relation to topics relevant to social good, that is health, sustainability, recycling, etc. Now, under this social marketing, a social cause is chosen and it is popularized through social marketing. We can talk about pollution control, cleanliness program, Swachhata program, and this is good for the society. Anything we do for the good of the society and if promote something for that, that is called social marketing. For example, a 3-month marketing campaign to encourage people to get a H1N1 vaccine is more tactical in nature and should not be considered social marketing. A campaign that promotes and reminds people to get regular checkups and all of their vaccinations when they are supposed to encourages a long-term behavior change that benefit and society. It can therefore be considered social marketing. As the dividing lines are rarely clear, it is important not to confuse social marketing with commercial marketing. A commercial marketer selling a product may only seek to influence a buyer to make a product purchase. Here we are making a contrast between commercial marketing and social marketing. Social marketing we are carrying out to promote a concept, to encourage people to do a certain kind of job, to motivate people to do or carry out certain activities, maybe in their family, maybe in the neighborhood, and maybe at their workplace. And we are wanting so that our consumers, our customers should carry out certain things in a certain way. And this is a social cause. We are promoting the social activity, and this social cause and the social activity is finally for the social good. We want to achieve something good in public. We want to achieve something good in the society, and that is being promoted through social marketing. And social marketing, we may require some commercial aspect of marketing to promote our idea to the generation for which it is being proposed and to the audiences for which it is being proposed. So, commercial marketing concept is used in social marketing to promote a particular idea, to promote a particular theme. On the other hand, commercial marketing is normally used to have financial gains in the sense the company wants to promote a product to improve the market share, to improve the sales of the organization. They carry out commercial marketing. But social marketing, we make use of commercial marketing concept to promote a concept to the entire public. Here the indicator is how many people have seen the particular marketing activity and get attracted to carry out the same activity what we are proposing. So, this is the meaning of social marketing. Social marketers dealing with goals such as reducing cigarette smoking or encouraging condoms have more difficult goals to make potentially difficult and long-term behavioral changes in target population. Here in social marketing, our audiences are staggered and scattered all over the country, and maybe if the concept we are promoting is globally, then our audiences are present all over the world. They belong to different demographic regions. They may be educated, they may be uneducated. They may be belonging to rural areas, they may be belonging to urban areas. But the common thing what we are promoting is to attract all those people with the different aspects. Our concept must attract educated as well as uneducated. We want that our concept must attract people who are young and people who are old, like cigarette smoking. We want to promote it, and this is not for the old people and this is not for only young people, this is for everyone. And this is not for educated people, this is not for uneducated people. This is both for educated as well as uneducated. So, our spectrum of the customers is very broad when we talk about social marketing, and this social marketing is basically for a social cause. Social cause, we are exposed to so many different types of consumer and customers. Our responsibility also gets enlarged. We have more responsibility on our shoulders to promote a particular concept to the society. It is sometimes felt that social marketing is restricted to a particular spectrum of client. The non-profit organization, the health services group, the government agency. These often are the clients of social marketing agencies, but the goal of inducing social changes is not restricted to governmental or non-profit charitable organizations. It may be argued that corporate public relations efforts such as funding for the arts are an example of social marketing. Social marketing should not be confused with the societal marketing. There are two different aspects. Which was a forerunner of sustainable marketing in integrating issues of social responsibility into commercial marketing strategies. In contrast to that, social marketing uses commercial marketing theories, tools and techniques to social issues. As we have already discussed, to promote a social idea, we make use of commercial activities, commercial marketing, but the idea is social in nature. It is not at all connected and it does not have an aim of financial returns, but we want that more and more audiences be attracted towards the product or the service which we are promoting. And though we are using commercial activities to promote it, we are not looking for financial gains at the long run. Social marketing applies a customer oriented approach and uses the concepts and tools used by commercial marketers in pursuit of social goals like anti-smoking campaigns or fundraising for NGOs. So, social marketers must create competitive advantage by constantly adapting to and instigating change. With climate change in mind, adaptations to market changes are likely to be more successful if actions are guided by knowledge of the forces shaping market behaviors and insights that enable the development of sustainable competitive advantages. Now, we will throw some light on direct marketing also. Direct marketing, it is about making direct contact with existing and potential customers to promote your products or services. Unlike media advertising, it enables you to target particular people with a personalized message. Here we have talked about two things. We are not using any advertising technique. We are selling the product direct. That's why it is called direct marketing. It uses a variety of different methods. Traditional methods include direct mail and leafletting, but email marketing, telephone marketing, and mobile and SMS marketing are widely used and provide a cost-effective way to reach your customers on a one-to-one basis. Here, the customers are approached on one-to-one basis, and the techniques used for promoting the product are internet, emails, SMS, and other such techniques, and the techniques which are traditionally used are ignored in direct marketing. Direct marketing can be cost effective and extremely powerful at generating sales, so it is ideal for small businesses. We know that big business houses can afford to go in for big advertising campaigns, but where the business is small, we don't have surplus funds available, we make use of direct marketing techniques. Direct marketing can be cost effective and extremely powerful at generating sales, so it is ideal for small businesses. Why use direct marketing? Now, the question is, why this particular thing, direct marketing, is required? Because it allows you to generate a response from targeted customers. As a result, small businesses can focus their limited marketing resources where they are most likely to get results. Direct contact with those audiences where we are selling the product or where is the need of the product. The customers who want the product are directly connected by the business houses. A direct marketing campaign with a clear call to action can help you boost your sales to existing customers, increase customer loyalty, recapture old customers, and generate new businesses. Here we have talked about variety of customers. We are doing direct marketing. Our present customers will definitely get attracted with our efforts. Our old customers, when they are directly approached for a product or service, they will also get attracted. Then we have talked about the potential future customers. If they are directly approached for a product, they will also get attracted due to direct marketing. Direct marketing can be evaluated and measured precisely. For example, you can send out test marketing emails directing customers to specific landing pages on your website. You can analyze results to see which email was most successful. Here you can see the impact of different contents of a particular email. When you get the responses, if the response rate is very high, it means your activity is successful. So, here you can rate your activities, you can rate your messages, you can rate your emails also. You can also test your marketing with sample groups before you roll out the campaign that will deliver the best response rate. So, here response rate gives us the idea how much successful a particular campaign is. Whether you are targeting business, B2B, business to business, customers or consumers, direct marketing can deliver results. Choosing the right communication method is vital. Businesses can be more receptive to receiving sales calls than consumers, for example. Individuals will prefer different ways of contact, so make sure you take account of their preferences. Greeting. Now, getting the most out of your direct marketing campaign, your database is at the heart of any good direct marketing strategy. It must be up to date and accurate. Here, when we are talking about direct marketing techniques, we must maintain our data. The quality of data must be really good so that we can get the results, we can get the response good. Today, viewers, we have discussed about a lot of things. We started with discussion of consumerism, we talked about ambush marketing, we talked about social marketing, and we distinguished between social marketing and societal marketing. Finally, we gave an idea of direct marketing also. I hope this discussion is of use to you and you will make your jobs easier after this discussion. Thank you so much.
Definitely these lectures are beneficial for the students. We could make out from the kind of feedback we used to get through you. So dear friends, keep giving your feedback through our email ID, that is info.cec@nic.in. We would love your feedback as well as your queries. We would be meeting again very soon. Till then, take care. Goodbye.
Thank you,
sir.